Good evening and welcome along to the Forthbank Stadium here for match day 23 in the William Hill League 2 rearranged fixture between Stirling, Albion and Clyde. My name is Graham Murray. I'm joined tonight by Lynn Shanks. So we didn't have our game on Saturday and Valentine's Day, but we're here on Pancake Tuesday, so you think we're in for a treat tonight, Lynn?
I hope so, and obviously it was a bit of a disappointment that this was off on Saturday, so to make up for the fact that it's not Valentine's Day anymore, it's now Pancake Day, and I've got my pancakes to tuck in while we commentate tonight, Graham, so fingers crossed we're in for a treat.
We look at the lineups there just now, and for Clyde's just one change from last week's 1-1 draw against Elgin, which we'll come on to shortly. Returning Scott Williamson coming in for Kyle Connell. Host tonight, and goal is Gaston with familiar face of Lee Hamilton, McNabb, Banner and Cass, Russell, McLean, Shanley, Crane, Campbell and Kerr. And on the bench for Stirling they have sub-goalkeeper Duffy, Thompson, Brown, Denham, Welsh, Rain, Hutchison, Hilson and Cannon. And that's the teams out. Clyde's wearing unfamiliar kit in regards to it was last season's away top. Striking blue number with our host Stirling in red and white. So we see why we're wearing a blue strip tonight, with the fact that both our home top and our away top would clash with the Stirling home kit. But Stirling will take the kick off, and let's hopefully there was some things that can warm us up in this very cold night as Kilbanner looks to get the game going.
Clearly Stirling did not want to play in their purple strip this evening to allow us to wear our red or our white strip.
It's a free header in the middle of the park there. Seem to be just a little bit off the pace in the middle of the park. They've not really picked up much possession and been able to get their heads up and pass the ball. It's been a bit back to front, but it'll find its way out to Kerr, and he will be covered by Robson, but he cuts inside. Banner faced up with Dunachie, and it's drilled across, and that is a chance at the back post. First real chance of the day. I think it was Mark Russell who was the end of it.
They'll be disappointed they didn't do better with that, because that was a clear-cut chance there, and I'm not quite sure how we managed to let that kind of ball run across the face of goal like that and without trying to cut it out, but danger there. Bit
of skill in the midfield, found times, and we're up the park all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And the Clyde fans you can hear in the background appreciating just 2 or 3 passes getting strung together.
Yeah, and that was a good bit of play, as you said. Andy Murdoch kind of cutting that bound and kind of turning his man and kind of getting the ball through to Kyle. You definitely, the Clyde fans did show their appreciation of that.
It was a chance for Hines to get the delivery in again. That was much better, and Dunachie's there! Oh, it's the first chance for Clyde, and it was much better. We challenged, might be a collision in here. We challenged Dan Hines to do better with his delivery after the last time, and he certainly did there. He found Logan Dunachie, maybe slightly high, but 4 or 5 yards out. He'll want that one back again. Crane clears, and the Howie McLean battle continues, and the referee didn't buy it that time, and that's good to see. But Shanley looking to stretch Logan's leg here as the Stirling fans boo for some reason. It's not Halloween, but it's Dunachie loses out to Shanley, and Logan wins it back, and it's probably fouled there, but Hilton's got a chance now. And he's released Williamson, and Williamson's through here. Comes inside, and it's a chance for Williamson. 1-0 Clyde! Yes! That's what Scott Williamson can do.
Absolutely brilliant there, Grahamie. That's what we were just talking about. His strength is his strength. Just absolutely kind of muscled his way through there, turned and turned again, took the ball down. I thought he might have just maybe done a bit too much, but he took that brilliantly.
And again, we've been lamenting the long ball, but came from Logan Dunachie, winning it back from Ryan Shanley. And then Hilton, I thought he'd actually meant to play it out to Redfern in the wing and made a what of the pass, but then I seen Scott Williamson running at pace through, turned his defender inside out and beat Gasson. All ends up. Probably a game where no team deserves to be in the lead, but I'm absolutely delighted it's Clyde.
100%.
But Robson, with time, with space. Big switches on if it can get all the way over to Hines, but it doesn't. And Fleming's got to be careful here, and he is. And again caught by McLean. And it's a free kick to Stirling. I'm not sure how that can be given to Stirling in a booking when the ball has went the way that Kyle Fleming has kicked it.
Kyle Fleming won the ball, so how on earth is that their free kick and a booking to Kyle Fleming? I'm baffled by that one.
How he will clear it, and it's with Murdoch. He's got time. Communication in the middle of the park, key here. Does well. Out with Leitch, back to Murdoch. He's finding more in the middle of the park. Andy Murdoch, and we look so much of a better team when it happens.
It definitely looks like since we've got the goal, we have really got the bit between our teeth now, Graham, and we've really then settled. And
there's Marley in there, and it's with Leitch. Oh, it's denied! Robbie Leitch doesn't score ordinary goals.
No, he does not.
And again, you just called it there, Lynn. We look as if we get the gap between our teeth. Ball forwards. Redfern does brilliantly to shield it. One touch inside. Robbie Leitch makes Derek Gasson look awful silly there with a calm finish into the bottom corner. Now it's still in now. Clyde 2.
And you called it at the start of the game, Graham. We've got the best away form in the league, and at the moment, since scoring obviously the first goal and getting that bit between our teeth, as I said, we really now look like we've turned up tonight. We've been playing some lovely stuff since the goal, and that second goal there taken by Robbie Leitch was just magnificent.
It's up the other end of the park now. It's Crane breaking forwards. He'll leave it to Shanley. First time cross. Easy for Kyle Fleming. Was it a good cross at all? Fleming wins it and he'll break. And he releases Williamson, who's got a lot to do, but he's got the ability to do it.
Needs support up there.
He's chasing Lee Hamilton for pace, and he should have him for that. Ball across!
Oh.
Great defending in the end by Kerr. It looks as if it was just on the toes of Robbie Leitch, but again, just the threat of Scott Williamson apparent for all to see there. Yeah, something we've got a little bit of history here at the Forthbank Stadium. We seem to, put in some, as of late anyway, some really good attacking away performances. So Robson with the corner. Sounding a bit sclaffy, but Dunachie should win that, but it's back. Leitch will get it. He'll pick up the second ball. What can he do over here? Good ball in. Oh, it's a goal from Logan Dunachie! It's still in now. Clyde 3. It was a great delivery from Robson. Just missing it ahead there, but Robbie Leitch turns provider. Crossing in for Logan Dunachie, getting his second goal in 3 games. Hopefully we can relax now as Stirling prepare to make some changes, but listen, it came from a concerted bit of pressure, Lynn. Yeah, we've seen Andy Murdoch come into the game. We've seen more of Scott Williamson. The man taking the corner just now, Tommy Robson, right from his get-go, has been at it. Delivery again. Redfern gets across his man, but it's cleared. Hilton. And that looks offside from here, but no complaints from Hines here as Elson now looks in. It's going to find Cass, and he's beat Hogarth, but Tommy Robson, of all people, just called it out there, is there to clear the danger, but it's still with care. Fleming and Dunachie will get this clear, and they do so, and it's picked up again now. Chance for the cross comes in from Carson. It's taken by Hogarth. But just signs there we can't. It's quite easy for Clyde to be broken down there, and it required a smart save. So it is the Clyde substitution we're talking about, and Derek Mohamed Yang and Ian McGinley coming on, and it looks like Robbie Leitch and Kyle Fleming coming off. So Robbie Leitch, quietish first half, popped up the second goal, assist for the third. Can be very happy.
Yeah, I think he'll be happy with his efforts tonight, and I think he was unlucky obviously not to get a second, with that well cut out cross in the second half, but it'll be difficult. He did maybe not got a brace, but yeah, I think he'll be maybe not, as you say, as strong a game as he'd like, but certainly effective when it matters most.
Yeah, so just to correct myself, it's a Barry Cuddy that's come on rather than McGinley. Touched on with Murdoch. Cuddy. Good release pass to Robson. He's looking up. Always looking up. Nyang. Finds Redfern. A great return. This is great play. Clyde Williamson. Can he finish? What's he doing? Oh! What a goal that would have been as well. It looked he had 2 or 3 chances to pull the trigger there after some outstanding build-up play, but then eventually wondered where he was going, what he was doing, and then it just dribbled by wide of the post. But Yeah, McGinley and Connell coming off for Redfern and Houghton. Yeah, and listen, I'd like to see James Houghton get a goal tonight. I think his game's needing it just now. The Clyde bench there disagreeing with that one, but and it breaks with McLean and Dunachie, and that's the most obvious yellow card you'll see. And I'm not sure if there was any need for it.
For this, that was very much a yellow. Although if it had been last Tuesday night, it might have been a red.
Free kick comes in, and it is McLean, and it's a great save from Hogarth and a great clearance from Yang. And again, it's what Russell McLean thrives on, isn't it? That kind of delivery, and I'm not sure there was much in that either. He'll find Towson. He turns inside. He's crowded out the Clyde players brilliantly. Cuddy will release Scott Williamson, and he's got the run on, and is he going to get the... He did his best to get this on. I think the Stirling player might have got a sore one here. Yeah, I think he's got a sore one there, and Wilson might get a little bit of the afters on that there, but a great block in fairness to Connor Campbell, but he was beating the turf in frustration quite quickly after that. So, and that just came from a period of play where I think it was Dale Housen had the ball and 3 Clyde players were terrorising him. Yeah. If it turns out that Campbell is injured and can't continue, then we were obviously talking slightly in jest about them going down to 10 men a couple of minutes ago, but it does look as if he's struggling here. Yeah, and they're gesturing for a substitution, but I don't think they can make one. Robson with the corner. Dunachie again, and he should do better. And a great delivery. And we could have been calling for Logan Dunachie to get a late entry with 2 goals, but again, coming from a tremendous Tommy Robson corner. And free kick going Sullivan's way. And again, I've loved everything about Scott Williamson tonight. And, you know, if it ends up at 3-0 to Clyde, I've loved everything about it tonight. And I say love quite a few times because obviously this was a cancelled game from Valentine's Day, but it's just we've not lost in 2026, okay, and that's we have to remember that. However, this seems to be a return to form, and again, I'm not sure if it's what a ball that is down the line. It's going to fall. It's Aidan McGinley, almost deflected in, but another chance, and it really. We've scored 4 goals the last 2 times we've been here. It could easily have been 4 tonight. Possibly, but no such excuses for Craig Howie, who puts McLean on his backside. McLean looks at the referee. The Valentine's card's not on the post, Russell. I mean, we found that funny, but it's just kind of typified how Craig Howie has absolutely bossed Russell McLean tonight. Centre, Connell. Great ball, line, leaves it for McGinley, great skill. Can we capitalise? Can we get 4th? Oh, it's all blazed over the bar. And really, I mean, it's been a phenomenal second half, Lynn. As we must be approaching the dying embers of the game as the referee calls it as it is. Great way to finish the game with 3 points on to Saturday, home game against Edinburgh. Stirling 0, Clyde 3. Good night, everyone.